Liz Truss is the new leader of the Conservative Party and hence the new UK Prime Minister. How will the UK be under her, and what will the India-UK relationship be like under Liz Truss? I have with me the UK High Commissioner here with me, Alex Ellis, to speak about that. First of all, I want to start about the internal issues that she will have to deal with, especially with regards to the economy and the inflation in UK being at an all-time high. Do you think that's her biggest challenge at the moment?
I think for any incoming Prime Minister, you have to face domestic issues first. But there's always an external element to domestic issues. One of the reasons inflation is so high is because Russia just arbitrarily invaded its neighbour, pushing up energy prices. But also I think that the international side of things can help deal with the UK economy. And that's why we're keen on pushing forward with an ambitious free trade agreement with India in the coming months. Why we want to stimulate more Indian investment to the UK and have UK investment into India, because the external can help with our economic situation.
And how do you see it helping the UK at this stage? What will a trade deal between India and the UK mean for the UK specifically? What is it that the UK is looking for?
It'll mean a lot to both countries. I think our analysis suggests it'll give about 1,400 lakh crores of growth to both economies. It'll create jobs in both economies, because as we open up more, I think we create more possibilities. India is already a big exporter to the UK, a big investor into the UK, now I think the second biggest investor in terms of new projects. All kinds of areas, from motor cars through to high-tech manufacturing, through to pharmaceuticals and technology. What we want to do is to turn the comprehensive strategic partnership the two countries agreed last year into reality. That had an aim of doubling trade by 2030. That's going to help both countries, and that's what an FTA should help to do.
So Boris Johnson had set a timeline of winding up the discussions and having a trade deal in place by Diwali. Yeah. Are we looking at a same timeline despite the fact that there's been a change in leadership?
I think the change of leadership, actually, there is continuity in the UK-India relationship. Liz Truss has been here 3 times. She actually kick-started the trade discussions in February of last year. So I would expect ambition and determination from the UK side. We also see that from the Indian side. In truth, the negotiators have been going hard at it really since the start, and have done 5 negotiating rounds, and we're into the end game. We've done the foothills, and now we're getting to some of the high, tricky peaks, and that will require, I think, a push from both sides. But it brings benefits for both sides, and that's why I hope we can achieve it.
Apart from trade, where else do you see Liz Truss focusing on as far as the India-UK relationship is concerned?
She's spoken several times when she was here, also when she was in the UK, and indeed when she was doing the campaign about the importance of India to the UK, and that includes on the defence and security side. We're increasing our armed forces cooperation. You saw that when we had the carrier strike group, the aircraft carrier Queen Elizabeth, out here last October. I was on the deck of the INS Vikrant on Friday as well. I think we can do more in the sea. I think we can do more in space and in the air as well. I see big opportunities for growth in both defence and security, because the UK and India share a desire for a free and open Indo-Pacific, and that's going to be important for both our countries and our economies.
Talking about opportunities, a lot of students from India look for opportunities to study in the United Kingdom. Sure. They've been facing issues as far as visas are concerned. Has that process been smoothened?
The good news on visas for students is that we are turning around those visas. We're getting record intake, first of all, and we're turning them around within time, within the 15 days. A lot of students are going for the priority visa, which gets turned around within 5 days. I understand why they do that, and that's working as well. Stepping back on the visa issue, we can see a remarkable thing. India is now #1 in the world for the UK in terms of student visas, in terms of skilled workers visas. About 45% of all our skilled worker visas go to Indian nationals, and in visit visas. My hope is that this year India will overtake China in this academic year as the single biggest source of overseas students to the UK, and I think that benefits those students. It also benefits the UK obviously as well, and that's why we were delighted to agree the mutual recognition of academic qualifications with the Indian government recently, and why I think we can do more to increase the living bridge, the flow of people between our two countries.
You said there are a record number of visa applications. Is it only for students or on the whole?
I think we're seeing an enormous surge in visa demand as people start to travel after the worst of COVID. There were some delays because of the consequences, first of all, what happened in Afghanistan a year ago, and then what's happened in Ukraine since Russia's invasion of Ukraine. The good news is we're actually lowering the waiting times and getting them back within our scheduled times. And that's great news. The more we can get talented people going between the two countries, the better. Since Prime Minister Modi, when he tweeted about Liz Truss's election to the leadership of the Conservative Party, he talked about his confidence in the strengthening of the UK-India relationship, and I absolutely share that confidence. And I agree with Minister Jaishankar when he talked about Liz Truss's commitment to even deepening that relationship further. So I think it is good news for the UK and India.
What do you see as the reasons for more visa applications as far as students are concerned? What has UK done over the last few years to attract more students to its country?
It's maintained one thing, which is it's a great place to study. It's a fantastic place to study, and a lot of people get an enormous amount of it. I think going to study in another country, I came to India when I was 18, it had a huge effect on my life for the better, and I hope that's the same for Indian students going to the UK. We have great universities, 4 of the top 10 in the world, and secondly, because now you can work after you've done your studies. You can work for 2 years or 3 years through a graduate visa route. As we change our migration policy, as having left the European Union, we have more room to do that, and that's actually been to the benefit of India.
One final question: any advice for the students who are going from India on how to, savor UK?
It would be the same advice I give to somebody coming to India. Travel everywhere, speak to everybody, enjoy everything. It's a wonderful opportunity. Also, I think you go with one of the great attractions of the UK is this cohort of international students from all over the world. That international nature of the UK, you even saw it when you look at the candidates to be the leadership of the Conservative Party. There were only 2 white men in that group of 8 candidates. The UK is a truly international, global country, and I think you get that when you're a student as well.
Many thanks, High Commissioner, for speaking with us.
Thank you.